let's try to understand that in how many forms we can present our essay. Primarily, there are three ways in which we can present our essays. So there are three ways, major ways, you can say, three major ways of writing an essay for the essay paper. Now, three major ways of writing an essay. I am not saying three major essay types. I am not classifying the essays, but I am classifying the approaches to write the essay. Okay. So there are three major approaches. The first one is it could be in the form of a discussion. The second is it could be in the form of a narration. Third is it could be in the form of a presentation. आप समझते हैं इसका डिफरेंस क्या है तीनों का? When you discuss a particular topic, what you do is that you cover every aspect or dimension of the topic in detail. That's what you do. First thing, when you discuss a particular topic, you cover every aspect, every dimension of that topic in detail. Do you understand that? And then you highlight the prospects in the topic. Then you also highlight what are the challenges or issues in the topic. Then you suggest a way forward. Way forward is nothing but how we can overcome the challenges or the outstanding issues. And then you build opinion through your writing, and through that opinion you try to persuade the evaluator. Let's take an example and let's try to understand this method of essay writing. Let's consider an example, and that is, say, entrepreneurship. Decade of India. Suppose that's the essay topic. New entrepreneurship, decade of India. Okay. So first you have to cover every aspect of entrepreneurship. The entrepreneur's aspect or that angle, then the government's angle, then you can also think about the capital required, the resources required, how market dynamics work, what is MVP, minimum viable product, what is PMF, product market fit, how you can generate funds, all those kind of things. Okay. So you discuss every aspect of the essay or every dimension of the topic in detail. Then you talk about prospects. Why India's potential of building a good entrepreneurial ecosystem looks very prominent. Why? Because India has all the four factors of production in place: land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. India is an emerging market. India is a big market. The average per capita income is increasing. FDI inflow is coming properly in India. What are the challenges, issues? The institutions, sometimes they work in a lethargic manner. Enforcement of contract is an issue. IPR issues. Then infrastructure is an issue. So these are all issues. Then how can you overcome them? The different ways, like institutional reforms, infrastructural investment, all those kind of things, quick dispersal, exit policy, good tax policy, predictive tax policy, all this kind of thing. And then you build an opinion that why people should invest in India and why Indians should think about entrepreneurship. Why entrepreneurship is the future of India, because if India wants to translate into a developed nation from a developing nation, then India must focus on entrepreneurship. Without entrepreneurship, no country can make that migration from developing to developed nation. Okay, तो ये आपको बताना होता है. This is one way of essay writing. ठीक है, we'll talk about these things, don't worry, in detail, but this is just a overview of it. Narration. Now, if you have seen a drama in a theater, you will understand what role the narrator plays. Narrator is actually that person who gives a commentary on the entire thing, and the job of the narrator is to present the various viewpoints, or the narration is done to present the several point of views. So there is another way of essay writing where you provide different point of views on the same topic. Like say for example, let's take a topic like say for example Israel-Palestine conflict. Now around this topic you can develop so many point of views. The point of view of Israel, the point of view of Palestine, the point of view of US, the point of view of China, the point of view of Russia, the point of view of the Arab nations, the point of view of India, the point of view of South Asia, point of view of Africa, point of view of emerging markets, point of view of developed countries, point of view of international institutions like WTO, IMF, World Bank, UN, etc. Do you understand that? So several kind of point of views you can build. This narration kind of essay writing technique is good for the geopolitical essays and philosophical essays. In both these kind of essays, this thing suits very well, whereas this one works best for socio-economic, political, technical or technological topics. This type of essay works, this type of essay writing technique works best for it. The narration type of technique is good when you are writing geopolitical, means where you know there are so many viewpoints, there are so many perspectives on the same issue, and you can entertain all those perspectives and then take a line that integrates all those perspectives or looks the most accommodative out of all the perspectives. जो भी होगा case, ठीक है. So these perspectives are good for geopolitical as well as for philosophical essays. And then comes the presentation technique of essay writing. This is the third way of writing an essay. In the presentation technique, what you do is, as the name is suggesting, you first present a core idea or a theory or an opinion. This is what you do. You present a core idea. Like say for example, Socrates said, an unexamined life is not worth living. So you provide this core idea first while you are starting your essay, and then you build the idea. This is known as the idea building phase in the essay writing. Then you explore the idea.